Well, hey, Brian.
Hey James, how's it going?
Good. So, welcome back to NVC Dudes, right?
Yeah, we're dudes. We're here. We're talking NBC.
That's right. And right now we're sort of talking about NVC, and
Yeah,
occasionally we slip in some meta NVC, like listening, but it's sort of like we're talking about it. We're not like totally in it right yet, quite quite yet.
right.
Um, yeah. So we talked about a little bit of our personal story, and I wonder if we maybe talk about, I don't know, what's going on these days.
Hmm.
You want to start there? Like, what are you doing these days with this thing that inspires you to be different? Yeah,
Yeah.
what's NVC
So
have? How's it showing up in your life right
I was gonna
now?
say, is the question how does it show up in my life these days? Yeah. Um, well, I think there's definitely a lot more awareness for me using NVC, especially now with a lot of restrictions in place. I can't really go anywhere. I'm home a lot. I'm home with my thoughts, and so NVC is a great way for me to kind of touch base with myself and see how I'm doing. Like last night, I didn't sleep very well, so I spent some time just
Me
trying.
too. Yeah.
So
So
I,
go ahead. You
I
didn't
spent
sleep well, huh?
yeah, so I spent some time just exploring those thoughts and understanding the feelings I was having, maybe some needs that weren't being met, um, and so yeah, it's just part of my thought process really. And then doing stuff like this or having NVC practice groups and just engaging into the community that I love so much. Yeah, that all shows up for me in that way. How about you?
Man. Um, yeah. As you talked about last night, not being able to sleep, I noticed being a little choked up because, to be honest, I've been really almost like kind of in shock over this whole, uh, yeah, George Floyd, man.
Yeah,
Just having him, I've never seen cold blooded murder like that before.
yeah,
And I'm still kind of in shock
yeah,
and not, not knowing what to do about it.
right.
Uh, so just noticed a lot of sadness come up. I think around, yeah, it's like dudes aren't supposed to cry. Is this
Mm.
supposed to be part of our video?
We might have to edit this out if you're gonna cry.
Okay, yeah,
I'm kidding.
right.
I'm kidding.
So, so damn it. This is not non-dude like behavior,
Right,
but
right.
but
Is there,
I am feeling strong emotions, and it
there's
took me
some
a
there's
while
some
to get to
shame.
this point.
Is there some shame around that about wanting to cry and wanting to be seen as your authentic self?
It isn't so much shame. It's maybe it's kind of around fear that I would be judged by my peers, by other dudes, right?
Yeah.
Dudes that haven't had the special water,
Right,
the NVC water.
right.
Um, yeah, so it's something around that. It's something around safety, and
Wanting to
yeah,
be
but
wanting to be seen for authenticity, that this is who you are, and acceptance around that.
I guess that is sort of a core longing that I do want to be known and seen for who I really am, and I know that not everyone is able to go there right
Right,
away, or at least not yet.
right. It's
Uh,
uncomfortable for us a lot of.
yeah, and
Yeah,
a lot of dudes will, it's scary, and I have to say that I spent a lot of time being scared of my feelings, but yeah, so just going back to this thing, it's really shook me up, and there's a part of me that really wants justice, and I want people uh, of all colors to be safe, and especially in our country, just to call out, Black lives do matter,
right.
and to honor their unique place in our history, and we're tied together. And, so I'm losing sleep over just the crazy stuff that's going on in our country right now.
Yeah.
And yeah, I especially in NVC circles, it seems like we ought to be doing something about it. And I'm not exactly sure how to show up in that space, but I am toying with an idea of holding space for people to mourn. Sort of, I mean, I'm not black, but you know, I'm a human being, and I have people of color are friends of mine, and some of them really close friends.
You have a desire to be an ally.
I do want to be an ally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to be an ally and to do what I can to contribute to justice, to a restorative justice, not necessarily punitive justice. So that's a whole nother ball of wax that we could talk about at some point. So
I've been that resonates with me. I've been thinking a lot about how do I use MVC, you know, to help others, and you know, at work they've been doing, or where I work, they've been doing a lot of grief counseling and offering things like that, and I have a desire to present the nonviolent communication PowerPoint that I had created last year. I kind of wanted to go in and offer that up as a, hey, here's an hour, you know, outlook of or basics 101 version of this process, and maybe it would be helpful for some people.
Yeah, so you have a desire to contribute too, huh?
Yeah, I want to contribute. I want to see better communication within our society. I just feel like, well, I'm seeing that this is a systemic problem of communication, not only in racism and all these other things, but, you know, at the deeper level, we're talking about, you know, people with different needs not being met and not being able to talk about strategies to have everybody, you know, have their needs met together and be happy. So it's, yeah, I want this to be somewhat of a solution, if not the entire solution, but some sort of help to people who are willing to give it a shot.
That resonates for me, and yeah, and I've had discussions with people of color around racism and, you know, power and privilege, and wishing, really wanting to have them to be part of the dialogue almost.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe that might be part in our future too, you know. Yeah, so that's sort of how it's present for me, and this is my passion right now. I'm holding, I have 3 different 10-week practice groups that I've facilitated up to this point, and just this year, and I'm excited to do more. So,
yeah. How many new people come through that you notice in these 10-week courses? Do you find like more people are discovering this? Is it half and half of the same people coming again, or what's the ratio?
Oh, every series for me has been brand new people.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, okay. And excited about the conferences that are happening as well.
Yeah, it gives me a lot of hope. I like that.
So there's something about our country and our world right now where I'd like to show up more fully, and I'm glad at least we're starting a conversation here. For me, conversation is what it's all about. Conversations about life. Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, man.
We're dudes, and we got feelings to talk about, right?
We do? Yeah, I think we do.
Yes, we do.